So I've spent the day up in the loft trying to get some footage of a train going top to bottom, round and round and back up again, and it's been interesting, but well, see what you think. So we're starting at the top level of the new shelf layout, and at the left hand end there's a station. So here's the diesel Pullman sitting in the station, just coming out now on one of the platforms, coming over the scissor crossing, and we want it to cross over onto the point, to the downward ramp, to go down off the top level onto the bottom one. It was typically playing up, but after about 3 retakes, finally managed to get the thing to work properly. As it presses down, it stops at the bottom. I wish I could say it was waiting for a signal, but it's actually just dirty rails on the crossover. Meanwhile, I've got a small suburban express running around the inside lane. So we're just coming down onto the third line down and stopping in the station. I did have Tanya going round on the outside line and the suburban express coming round on the inside line. So where we're off to now is going off up road 3, which goes up a gradient and goes round in a big loop over the top of the other tracks before coming down to this set. So it's now coming down on the very top line of this side of the layout, and hopefully we'll stop at the station, albeit a bit suddenly. So after this it's going to go off, continue on its route, and then it's going to go around a reversing loop at the far end and come back down into the foreground, into into a platform there. So it's going to be following the green route round in a complete circle and then coming back down, joining into the blue line, which is the one that the 060 and 3 coaches is currently on. So there it goes round there, comes down there, and should stop in the station. Now we're waiting while the 060 passenger train comes up on the main line. And there should be a nice smooth handover. In actual fact it's not. The diesel multiple units now taken onto the main line, and it's going to go all the way round to the new station that I built in an earlier video, where it will be coming in on the blue line. And here it comes through the inside lane. Now this time it's going to go around the other underpass reversing loops. It's going to go blue line to purple line to red line, and then come back over the top to approach the South Edge station, I think it is. Or is it Lee side? Right, so there's already Britannia and some coaches in the platform. So I've set the camera up to watch what goes on. It does seem a bit of a catapult start. And then we can bring the Pullman in behind it onto the platform, and after a suitable pause we're going to let it go. Another launch is imminent. So the Pullman then goes roaring off down the side through the underpass, and it will eventually come out the other end and back round into the main station. So we're going round again. That's where it emerges. In track 1, it's now coming round, it's going into the station where it should actually go to the platform. From here, it's now in the top row. The new line's not shown on there actually. It's now going to branch off onto the up ramp to get back up onto the sort of shelf layout. So it's quite a steep gradient to start with. It does struggle a bit, but here it is a bit further around. It's sort of quite a slow gradient, goes all the way up to the new station at the top. Unfortunately it needs a bit of a shower at this point. Also there's some sideboards, I'm working on that. So with a bit of manual assistance it's now going to go all the way into the station, and then it can sit there. We'll change the point and we'll take it back round on the top level. The power supply unit for this is based on a Raspberry Pi Pico processor, and near the end of the video I'm experimenting with the speed control. As a manual speed control, it's actually not quite as sensitive as it needs to be to actually stop the train before it crashes into the M1. But it's proof of concept at this stage. After this has run a bit, it does actually start to do this section on its own. At the moment it's relying upon some help. Interesting, when it gets to this point it suddenly decides it's got enough power and takes off. And it's roaring around the loft, and that's where I suddenly realise that the controls are right over the other side, and so it crashed. So here's the second take, and once again it crashed into the end wall, so I think the third attempt to actually manage to slow down and stop it in time, which is quite good. So just to prove a point, I thought I'd see if I could get it to run in the opposite direction. Curiously, when it's going in the correct direction there, it doesn't stop at that point, but when it's reverse running it always stops on that point. So anyway, it's now gone off round into the gable of the house, and this is the worrying bit, because is it going to come out? You can just about hear it moving in the background. It's always a relief to see it actually emerge to keep going. So it made it out to the station. It's now on its reverse route, and you see it's actually managing to negotiate the tracks on its own without any assistance. It does get a bit of speed up going through that bit, and I'm now roaring through to switch the power off before it crashes. The final attempt is trying to use the manual speed control to adjust the speed up and down. It's a little bit too sort of insensitive really at the moment, so I'm going to have to work on that. Anyway, it was fun playing, and I can do a bit better next time. So thanks, please like, subscribe, etc. Leave your comments, it's always fun to read them. Thanks, bye now.